So, is the largest and most expensive Jurassic World set worth it? Let's take a look. Hey guys, Brick Professor here, and today we are looking at the big one, the Indominus Rex Breakout, the $130 set, the most expensive and largest set in the Jurassic World series. And we're going to answer the question that is on everybody's mind. Is this set worth it, and should I buy it? Well, to answer that question today, we're going to do several things. We're going to first look at the stats for this set. Then we're going to test out the bubble car or gyrosphere. We're going to take a look at that feeding crane, as well as Dr. Wu's lab. And of course, we're going to look at Indominus Rex in detail. Finally, I'll share with you my rating for this set, as well as where this set ranks and my picks for best Jurassic World LEGO sets. All right, let's start off by taking a quick look at the stats. Here we have the piece count, the minifigures, the price, and the value for all of the sets in the Jurassic World series. And then we have the totals on the far right in case you want to buy all of them, you kind of know what you'll end up with. In the stats here, green means good, orange is okay, kind of middle of the road, and red is not good. We're looking at the far right, the Indominus Rex Breakout, set number 75919. Pieces, it has 1,156, a lot of pieces, the most in any of the Jurassic World sets, and that's a pretty good piece count even for LEGO sets overall. Minifigures, it comes with 4. That's not a ton. It is the most in any of these sets, but all the sets come with 2, 3, or 4. I would have thought they might have included a few more minifigures in a set this large. Dinosaurs comes with 1, the Indominus Rex, and priced at $130, but you probably already knew that. And the value is 11 cents per piece. That's pretty good. In fact, amongst all LEGO sets, if you get around 10 cents, that's a fantastic value. This set does come with 4 minifigures. Starting on the left, we have Zach. Zach is Gray's older brother. He is one of 2 nephews that comes to Jurassic World to visit. And one of the best parts about his design is he has this hoodie. In fact, it's a maroon t-shirt with a hoodie on top, and I think that's really well done. Next to him is Dr. Wu. He is the geneticist who engineered Indominus Rex, so definitely the mad scientist there. The best part about him is these latex gloves that he has represented there for his hands, that light blue color. Great detail. It is my favorite part of that character. On the right, we have an ACU trooper. That's the asset containment unit, the assets being the dinosaurs, and then kind of keep them under control. And then on the far right, we have a vet. He looks pretty standard to most of the vets that come in the other sets as well. On the reverse, not a lot of detail, but Zach does have the printed hoodie. Dr. Wu's got a Jurassic World logo on the back of his lab coat. There's the back of the Kevlar vest, and then a similar logo for the back of the vet's uniform. 3 of the minifigures do have a reverse face print. Both the Zach and the ACU Trooper have a scared face. And then what's really funny is that Dr. Wu has kind of a evil mad scientist grin, but it looks really, really similar to his cheesy grin on the front, so not really too much of a change there for him. And here she is, Indominus Rex herself, the main dinosaur that comes with this set. So let's talk about a couple of key features for this dinosaur. It's one of the only dinosaurs in the set that the mouth clicks into 3 positions. You can have it all the way closed, there's a middle position, and then a wide open position. Most of the others just have an open and closed. It does have the red eye there, showing that it is the evil dinosaur, definitely the bad guy in the set, and the only dinosaur that has these pivoting hands. In fact, I almost think it makes the dinosaur look a little bit silly if it's posed in like that, as if it's thinking about plotting some evil plan. But the design is so that if you notice, it's got this square space in the middle, and that's so that you can put a minifigure in the middle and I guess have him carry that. The printing on the side is a little disappointing. The entire dinosaur is just white, and then there is just really the gray printing along the side. So there's definitely not much to this. In fact, doesn't look too ominous, looks just kind of bizarre. Now this is a buildable dinosaur, so it comes with about 8 or 9 pieces so you can assemble him. And for scale, Indominus Rex is about 4 minifigures tall. So it's kind of hard to tell the configuration from the box, but once you get it built, you can tell that the Indominus Rex Breakout is a large triangle. So starting in the front, let's take a look at the main gates, and these guys are solid. There's 2 pieces to the gates, and you'll notice first before we open it up, there's a couple of Jurassic World stickers, and that is a theme here. You'll notice a lot of stickers and not a lot of printed pieces, and we'll kind of get into that in a moment. But there is these 2 large walls that are the tallest part of the exterior of the walls, and then these open and close by just kind of pulling on each side of the gate, and then that opens up. They have these teeth, just kind of meant to make the gate seal, and I really like that look. And I think they did a really good job on making these really beefy gates. They look intimidating. They look like they're trying to seal in something very dangerous. And I think they did that also with these lights that they put on the columns on the exterior of the wall. Just one of the many details kind of on the outside. You'll notice these orange lights and then a couple blue ones as well. I think just kind of indicating a warning area, Indominus Rex close by. The exterior of the wall is also pretty well done. There's these girder gate pieces, and then most of them have some kind of signage on there. Again, another sticker that is indicating what is inside in this case. A couple plants on the bottom of the front there, and then just the drive or the tire tread marks for the entrance of the gate. Taking a look at the gyrosphere, it's basically kind of like a hamster wheel for humans who can sit inside and then ride around. And the way that they are built, there are two side plastic pieces on each side. These can pop off. And then you just separate the car, separating these two clear spherical pieces there. Now the problem, as you've seen from our other review on these gyrospheres, is that getting them apart can be a challenge, as you see in this case as well. Just the way that they are built into these clear bubble pieces, the pins sometimes come off, sometimes they don't. So you got to mess with that a little bit to get it apart. Once you do, you can see that the way that that's built, and you can see that you can actually put a minifigure right inside. And then you can just kind of close this back up, aligning those pins and popping on each side. Now, what's unique with the gyrosphere that comes with the Indominus Rex Breakout is it has this launcher that is built in to the outer wall, and it has a hammer mechanism built in that when you push on that hammer mechanism, it launches the gyrosphere, kind of launching the ride in the amusement park. And I like it. It works pretty well. It's pretty smooth, and it does launch pretty well. On the next side is the feeding crane here in green, and this is a well-needed feature in the Indominus Rex set because my guess is nobody probably wants to go into the pen themselves to feed Indominus Rex, so they use this crane here. And the idea is that you can put some of these chicken bones that come with the set or drumsticks into these two crates, and then lift up the crane, and using these fixed hinges, rotate it around, and then drop that into the main pen. As far as the build of the crane, it's pretty simple, but yet pretty satisfying. It really is just the main cab and the arm of the crane, that really just kind of two or three pieces, and then the platform area here. So the platform has the two crates on each side, and then that kind of rotates and twists around with the main hook that comes in here. Then there's a couple of these pivot hinges. There's 1, 2, 3 there. And then along the arms of this, there's these stickers as well. Yes, more stickers. And then the main cab has a couple of lights on each side. And then the main cab can swivel so that you can get the minifigures in and out a little bit easier. I also like the detail here with using these pieces for the controls, and the lights on top are a nice touch as well. Below the crane is an observation deck, pretty small. It's just a ladder, a little warning step, and then a large plastic clear glass piece in the back. And I love the way that it's simulating cracked glass. Unfortunately, that is another large sticker that you have to put on there, but I like the effect. Along each side is a girder piece with some warning signs there indicating that it's an electric fence. And then underneath there's a little bit of plants and foliage on each side. Coming around to the back is the main tower, which is the tallest part of this set. Starting at the bottom, there's another little observation area, and this one's not quite as well done as the one we just looked at. It's really just a couple of clear tube pieces there, and that's really about it. On the second level is Dr. Wu's lab, and this is pretty small as well. There's just 2 doors, one on each side, and then a tiny office here. I don't even know if you could really call it a lab. Inside is just a swiveling chair, a coffee cup, a small desk, a little computer there. But they do have what's probably my favorite piece in the entire set, which is the mosquito stuck in amber. On the front side of the tower is a small observation deck, which is just barely wide enough to put a couple of minifigures on. And then there is a couple of these spotlights as well as a mounted gun, and that's about it. They use this black tube to kind of simulate the deck, making it look a little bit bigger than it actually is. On the top of the tower is a helipad and a very, very tiny helicopter. In fact, it's so small, it's really kind of a disappointment. It really just has the main cockpit, which is a clear plastic piece that opens up. Really tiny cockpit in there, just a couple of those control sticks there, and a small little seat maybe for one minifigure. But I do like the design of the helipad with the Jurassic World symbol in the middle, and then a couple of those lights angled up towards the helicopter. On the last side is a fairly plain wall, but this is the wall that's the breakable wall. It's pretty plain, as you can see. There's not a lot to it, just the two girders on each side and a couple of those clear rods at the top indicating that it's an electric fence. The way that this wall works is that it just comes apart really easily. It's a couple of these main components and they just break off. The idea is you can have Indominus Rex, I guess, get frustrated and just bust through this wall. The problem with the design is that it's really just two pieces. Now, I like the fact that it comes back together fairly quickly, and you can reassemble that and have him bust through the walls a couple times fairly easily. But having Indominus Rex break through this and just have two pieces fall off is really not very satisfying. It should really be, I think, at least 5 or 6 pieces that when he comes barreling through this, pieces just kind of fly everywhere. And instead, they just kind of topple over, and it doesn't really make for a very exciting scene. All right, let's talk about the good things and the bad things about this set. Let's start with the good. Coming in at number 1 is the crane feeder. You know, this is such a creative element. I love the idea that the thing inside is so dangerous, you have to feed it with a crane. I love that. And it's a real simple build, not a lot of parts to it, but offers a lot of play value. It's pretty fun. Number 2 is the Gyrosphere and Launcher. I really like the Gyrosphere that's included with another set, but the Launcher is a nice added bonus. The Gyrosphere works great on its own. You can roll it and run from dinosaurs and do all sorts of fun things, but the Launcher adds a nice element, making it feel like an amusement park ride. Coming in at number 3, and by far my favorite, are the heavy front gates. In fact, these gates are what make this set feel substantial. They're a little bit heavy even if you try to open them, and I like that teeth design in the middle. They're also really tall, which makes the set feel kind of tall, and it almost begs the question, why isn't the rest of the set maybe as tall as the gates? That would be just great. All right, let's talk about the bad things. First of all, the lack of printed pieces. Every time you see a Jurassic World logo, it's a sticker. And I think that's really a disappointment, not only for this set, but really for all the sets in the Jurassic World series. I think these sets are going to be played with hard, and I wish that those were printed pieces, not only so they'd last a little bit longer, but just so it would up the quality of the sets just a little bit. Number 2 is the lack of play value features. It does come with a couple, the gyrosphere, the gates in the front, and the breakaway wall, and maybe the crane. But that's only maybe 3 or 4 at most, and the set is $130. If you compare that to the Death Star Final Duel coming in at around $80, that thing has like 8 or 9 or more play value features. Number 3 is the breakaway wall, which I think I'm gonna officially rename as the flop over wall. That thing just doesn't work very well. It should really be a lot more pieces that break and it kind of explode apart. Just not very well designed. And number 4, and this is really just my personal opinion, is Indominus Rex the dinosaur. My biggest disappointment is that I wanted this dinosaur to be a lot bigger than the others, and it's only slightly bigger. In fact, it's actually pretty much the same size as the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I just figured, this being a genetically modified dinosaur, first of all, that it would be enormous, and then it might look more interesting, but I think it might be my least favorite dinosaurs in the entire series. Alright, so how did this set do amongst our picks for the best Jurassic World set? Well, you may be surprised, but it comes in all the way down at number 4. I know a lot of you thought it might come in at number 1, but it really didn't for several reasons. First of all, it's an expensive set. It's $130. For that same price, you could buy like 3 or 4 of the other sets. and have a lot of vehicles, have a lot of minifigures, and really just have a whole world. On top of that are all the bad things that we mentioned about the set earlier. And there was actually a much longer list, but we cut it back to save time. So unless you need this set to complete your collection, or you really want the Indominus Rex dinosaur, I'd say maybe skip this set and stock up on some of the smaller sets, and that way you're closer to building your own Jurassic World faster. So I'm gonna give this set 2.5 stars, but I'm curious, what's your favorite set in the Jurassic World series? Let us know in the comments below. Hey guys, thanks for watching The Brick Professor. And if you enjoyed this video, then give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you like this kind of LEGO review, then click subscribe and be the first to see our latest reviews. And be sure to check out the other Jurassic World reviews and see how they rank for our top picks in the LEGO Jurassic World series.